Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton weighs in on the recent summit between President Trump and Vladimir Putin, saying the outcome of the meeting is alarming. And for once, Clinton appears to be right, as statements made during the summit point to Russian ties with the Democrats in D.C.
We don't know what was said in the room, or just the two of them. So it's alarming, and it's alarming on many, many levels. And the final thing I would say is, make no mistake, this is a direct attack on our democracy.
A prominent outcome of the Helsinki summit. Now Trump administration officials know what Putin is concerned about the most, which is the Kremlin's money interests in the US. President Trump caught Putin off guard by taking a seemingly friendly stance during the summit and provoking Putin to go on a rant about anti-corruption campaigner Bill Browder.
And so Putin feels personally exposed and potentially at risk of having his assets seized in the West.
This sparked panic amongst high-ranking Democrats in the US, including Clinton, as Trump administration officials believe the president now has a leverage against both Putin and the Democrats.
There's an extremely well-documented pattern of when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, those people, companies, governments, who wanted a decision by the Secretary of State in their favor, making large donations to the Clinton Foundation, or in some other cases, business deals with the people around Hillary Clinton.
During the 8 years of the Obama administration, top Democrat officials received payments from Kremlin-linked individuals and entities and participated in the harboring of their ill-gotten gains.
You know, I met with Putin and President Obama several times. I met with Putin and, one or two others.
Between 2008 and 2014, the Clinton Foundation received more than $10 million from investors to close the controversial Uranium One deal. Separately, in the year 2010, Bill Clinton received $500,000 for a speech in Moscow to promote Uranium One stock. This money was paid by a Russian bank connected to the Kremlin.
We're not very encouraged by this new agreement on the nuclear weapons.
According to multiple separate reports, there's more money of the Kremlin harbored in the US during the Obama years. And it is hardly surprising that Clinton has a rather favorable opinion of Putin at the time.
My relationship with him, it's interesting. It's one, I think, of respect. We've had some very tough dealings with one another.
Separately, back in 2009, American carmaker GM was in trouble, and then President Obama sought to save it. Notorious Russian oligarch Oleg Deripaska established a German-Russian consortium Magna, seeking to acquire GM's subsidiary Opel, and reportedly funneled $1 million to the Clinton Foundation to secure the deal. The Clintons took the money, but the deal fell through, and such Clinton's behavior infuriated Putin.
She's the one that literally brought the reset button to the Kremlin to reestablish those new relationships with Russia. Well, they did reset us, that's for sure. They reset us back to pre-1989 from my perspective.
Years later, in 2017, Deripaska wanted to testify in Congress on the matter of alleged Russian collusion and his business in the US, but was not allowed to. According to the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, some $20 billion left Russia between 2010 and 2014, and most of this money ended up parked in the Obama-era US, involving the special interests of the Democrat Party.
That's your Russia story. That's your real Russia story. Not a story where they talk about collusion, and there was none. It was a hoax.
Now Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin and the Office of Foreign Assets Control are examining the money flows involving top Kremlin allies on the Treasury's so-called Putin list. And while both Hillary Clinton and Putin are nervous over the Helsinki summit outcome, President Trump now has a chance to resolve two major issues in his foreign and domestic affairs. Kristian, Rouz, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.